Welcome to this Metal Gear Explain video. We're going to be talking about the brand new trailers, some interviews, really important things from the producer of this game. His name is Noriaki Okamoto, and he has been working for 30 years in the series. So he's well versed in this, and we're going to talk about what he said is very special. But before we do, I want to talk about this giveaway that you can get if you comment and like, and you can do this for every video. You have a bigger chance to win. We're going to do the giveaway specifically the day before the release of the game to give whoever wins a chance to play it on release. But we need you guys to leave those comments on every video you can that you want to try to enter with, and then a random person will be selected and announced on my video. So stay tuned for that. We might do even more than that, but stay tuned, lock in. It should be a good time. With all that out of the way, let's get into this interview by David Hayter, actually, who basically talked to the producer, and without even soliciting, the producer opened up and said some things that actually made me very confident about a few things. And there's actually some special aspects as well. And I'm going to showcase what he's saying in the video, but I will translate in my own words and kind of make it a little easier for you guys to digest. So he's been around for 30 years. He's worked on many different games, but he's been with Konami for 30 years. He's worked on Metal Gear games as well. And he's explained that, yes, they want to keep this series alive. One of the most important things that I think he was saying was in the next 20 plus years, he wants to introduce all new gamers to the Metal Gear series. And that they started with the collector's edition, which made perfect sense, guys. This is a very cool thing. The Masters collection. I mean, he started with that and basically introducing new people to it. And then he acknowledged that that game actually didn't do well. There were some old bugs since it was an old game, and they wasn't doing as well as they wanted. And that they're still working on it and they're listening to the community. And then he adds about the new remake, saying this is the true introduction, basically, to the actual series where they can actually work and the mechanics are not going to be old, brought back things like the port for Master's Collection, which makes a lot of sense, right? And this is the introduction officially for new people. Of course, I've been around for a very long time. I've played all of the originals. I love them, but I would love a remake, and this looks like it might be up my alley. And so he explains that they're working on this to kind of introduce and pretty much confirms what I've been saying, is that this is only the start of what Konami is going to be doing with the Metal Gear series and bringing it forward. And you have other series who have basically rebooted their whole franchise. And I believe that's what Metal Gear is at the point of doing right now with this Delta Snake Eater game that's coming out. And one thing I really loved, and he was so real about what he said in this next part, that I got to commend him, because it's not easy to just say this straight up. He told the fans, keep it honest. I want you to keep watching and keep it honest. We're working as hard as we can. We want to give you the best we can for the Metal Gear series. And that, for example, like the Masters Collection wasn't up to date to what we expect. We want to be faithful to the original game's concepts and everything and aspects, but we also know that some of that stuff wasn't well done at the time, bugs and issues, and that they're going to be continuing to progress. And to me, guys, this part where he says be honest is probably the most important thing you can hear from any developer, right? It's not just the Metal Gears, but it's nice that they do acknowledge it and they say, yes, we want you to keep us honest. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to pause it right there just to say, it says, please keep watching and keep us honest. And I'm just going to stay right here for a while, guys, because this is probably the most important sentence. And it's our job to give feedback, okay? It's one thing to be toxic. It's another thing to actually give feedback. People confuse toxic behavior with good critical feedback, aka criticism. It's okay to criticize games. It's actually important, but don't be toxic. And so this is where communities, gaming communities, we can't control who's on the social medias, apps, and all that stuff, but we can be one of the positive folks who are giving true feedback to have our games improve that we love. So for me, this is a call out as well to you guys. You know, in my comments or in other places, okay, you don't like the direction, you want the, I don't want to say it, the urinating filter. Let's just say, call it that. You want to urinate gate, urigate is what I'm going to call it, about having the filter because this looks too realistic and it doesn't have that same aura. Well, guess what? I already have seen people do it online and basically take all these images from this game, put a filter on it, and it looks just like the old style but with modern graphics. But at the same time, it can put that in as an option in the settings for people who want that. Me personally, I'm going to try both, with it or without it, but it's not a big deal in my view. What I care about is these animations. As you can see, they're amazing. I care about the cinematics, that they're just as well put together as far as camera angles and different things. I care that the overall game is just as a masterpiece, or at least close to it. Because to me, the game was a perfect 10, but a remake can be a 9. I'll be happy with a 9 or even an 8. So those opinions about what you don't like are important, because then if they make a remake, which I believe 100% they are, for a different game, then guess what we can do? We can go ahead and get ourselves something new, guys. A new remake with better input from us. So that's my challenge to you guys, to take the time, give the feedback, and don't just say, this sucks. Okay. And let's do it. But with that in mind, very exciting times. I'm going to kind of finish this video off talking about the collector's edition and the deluxe edition. It's going to be going up for pre-order soon. It's live as far as the pictures, but we didn't get the link to it yet. The collector's edition has this tank looking statue with Snake. I think it's cool. I'll put a fish in there. If it was a fish tank, that'd be awesome. And then you have the patches, you have the case here. For me, I like this keychain. This keychain looks very special to me. That's what I would want. But other than that, we're gonna have a giveaway for this stuff, so make sure you check that out. Get involved, guys. Make sure you comment so that you can get a chance to win this, and we will lock in from there. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys on the next one. Peace. By the way, right now should be popping up more videos breaking this down with the comparison, information, details, all that. Check it out. Peace.